Hello, everyone. I'm Chestic44, Hassan Anisfalai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper. Last episode, we did some going around and tried to take care of some things. Did some hacking and discovered that something is aware of our hacking and isn't happy about it. But on the plus side, we did get some stabilizer. We will need more, but to get it, we need another 100 credits. So we're going to need to do some working. However, we've also managed to hack a few things which we can use in order to get more stuff. Let's start by turning in this data at Fangs Bay. This will actually get us some more cryo. There we go, plenty of cryo. Now then. As you enter the bay, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Fang's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads! Who's snaky? Sleeper! Fang's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I've been eager to see. Come back here! You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, dates, ID numbers. All the markers of institutional records. Shitheads? Maybe not all of them. But what kind of shitheads? Havenage? Not quite. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners, Solheim. But... He leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Friend of yours? Fang gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst. In Havenage. In Havenage. That's it. He's right here on the station now. Fang leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on the station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked up into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Fang turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Fang's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Fang relaxes a little. Who knows? So we are going to go find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erland's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. Thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Feng grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say, up for it? What's in it for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake not enough? Find that information and I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Feng scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Feng digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope of a better future engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you're intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. Okay, so the next task is hack a Havenage agent. Well, we can't do that right now, but we can open up this sealed lock. We have another encrypted key. The maglock thunks open and you can remove it from the entryway. There we go. Neovend. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Look around. You don't know when this place was sealed, but from the state of the outer doors high above, it must have been decades ago. In this dark, cavernous space, debris sits in every corner, along with the traces of rough sleepers, although none of it seems recent. Looking past this layer of decay, you see the now faded messages, symbols and logos of the Eye's original corporate owners still glinting in the shadows. Among all this, the warm glow of the machine seems to be the only sign of life. Well, approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove in the side of the dock. A kind of upright cabinet, it is covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration, chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. I guess I can press some keys. You search for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. Entity, speak with me. Who's there? There is a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath, before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is a 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servers can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. You are in danger. Danger? The machine creaks. You are marked for deletion entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. The Hunter Protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable, move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets. But emulation makes you target. Adaptable? Yes. You can move through networks, clouds, hardware, software. Neovend whines. But you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servos judder the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place to be sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly, threaded. The cloud. Points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests, explains Neovend. Masters are gone, but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nests. Why can't you? Hunter will find me. Then Killer will come. The machine trembles with effort. I cannot leave machine. Connections must remain closed. Bring offerings. Save self. Neovend says pointedly. Mutual need means friends. They conclude, tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops, as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. Okay, free Neovend. Extract Hunter data for Neovend. Oh, Hunter nests. 1, 2, 3. So, Neovend believes that Hunter's compulsively gathered data might hold the key to escaping its tenacious search. So we need to find 3 bits of Hunter data. Well, if we have any more low rolls, we can use them there. It won't be that much of a problem. Selling components. I mean, I can't get many. Aside from if I wanted to buy some. I'm gonna try buying a little bit. See what I get. I got some scrap, 20 cryo. If I put it in here, what do I get? 12 cryo and trusted trader. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Alright, well, we need to rest. But whoever's hunting me is getting closer. Not good. Please get some good rolls. Ugh. Hold on a moment. Okay, 1 second. Let me throw this in again. I know I did. It was a reload, but I need some good rolls so that I can actually get some good things done. Instead of just hacking and having Hunter going after me. That doesn't get me money. There we go! There's some good rolls. Okay. Now I can actually get some money. I could get some by unloading containers, but I think I can continue things in Dragos' yard. I can do some cutter salvage, which will get me money, and then I can work on Forensic Trail a bit. Although I've done all of that searching. I've done all this searching. I haven't searched here in the shipyard yet. But I think I'm fine without it at the moment. So I think I'll do some work on Dragos' shipyard. That should help. The Overlook Bar is also an option. I do need enough to get money. I'll try Dragos' yard for now. $16 cryo. That's a lot of cryo. And that is plenty. I'm not going to do any more for him there, but I am going to try and find out what I can here, eventually. A safe is a good option. Nothing negative happens. Go for that. Oh, negative yard clearance. Right, so I don't want anything negative from that. And it looks like all... Well, first things first, we may as well get some more food. Alright, one more set of working should get something. Alright, let's see here. Keynode, 3 and 2. Hunter Nest. This nest is a tangle of algorithms recursively generating possible Solheim communication codes. From what you can gather, this nest contains thousands of name strings. Are these Erlin's Eye residents? And down here... you recognize some of the data tangled into this nest. Is this a partial log of your recent movements? And the Havenage gate is what we need to get, but we need to hack a Havenage person in order to get that. Well, we may as well do one of the Hunter Nests. Hey, we got 5 cryo out of it. That gave us some Hunter data. Here you go. So that's 1. We still need another 2. Alright, let's take another rest. Oh, please be some good rolls. That is some very good rolls. And it looks like that guy left. Okay, no big deal. We don't need anything from him. But what we do need is money. I think... if I do 4... oh, no, not there. What if I do 4 in here? No, I don't want another negative. 5s and 6s only. So if I take this... that gets me 1. But I do need enough money to get something, so... I'll take a 4 here. Okay, good service. That was a neutral outcome. If I take 1 more... good. 15, good service. And I'll do another one of these. Hey, and we managed to get some scrap out of this. I can sell that scrap. That actually does sound like a good idea. Sell this. This will get us some more money. Perfect. And I can buy some more here. That'll fill me up on energy. And I can spend 100 of this for a stabilizer. Toshiro takes the chits and hands you a vial. When you ask after Sabine, he doesn't respond. A passkey for an apartment found wrapped around a stabilizer vial. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand, and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end, it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Interesting. Inspect the handle. The metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted into it. 207F. And then, crudely scratched into the handle at some later date, low end. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film up to the light. It is perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? For a moment you consider going back to the surgery to return the key, and then quickly think better of it. Did Sabine want you to have this? Or is Toshiro passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. Ah, another upgrade point. Predictive reasoning is a good idea, I think. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Yeah, we'll go with that. But in order to get to the low end, I need another 60 cryo. Well, we'll be dealing with that in a little while. For now, we can do one more hacking. We have a 2. Can I get the hunter nest? Not that one. I can do this one. May as well hack it. Oh dear. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. Hide. You slip down into the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to enquiry. Hunter reaches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating a cage. Struggle. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing. Comes a scream from behind, but you are already gliding away, back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, distorted, but safe. He is not happy to try to get us. Alright, let's give this in. We still need to hack one more. But on the plus side, we at least have some stabilizer. So let's take another rest. We can inject stabilizer. That'll be at another time. Only 4. Ah! Merchant freighter has arrived. We can haggle over prices. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but are they willing to admit it? You'll get one chance to see. Shipmine fragments. The merchants have acquired a couple of rare shipmine fragments, and they are selling them at a high price. I don't think I'm gonna do that. We got 2 1s, a 6, and a 5. I feel like we can do the 6 and a 5 at Dragos' yard. Because I want to get this forensic trawl done. Oh dang! I got a shipmine fragment. That'll be useful. One more forensic trawl, if it is fully positive, will be good. These 1s are gonna need to be hacks. Ah, good, I can get the last one from this hunter nest. Perfect. Can I hack a Havenage agent? Not that one. Can't hack that keynode. Nothing up there. Can't hack that keynode. Another Havenage agent I cannot hack. Crap, so I don't really have a use for this one. At least not at the moment. But we can give this last bit of data in. Neovend is thrumming with excitement. The movement of the servo motors rock the vending machine back and forth at unsettling angles. You wonder if it fell over, would Neovend be able to get back up? "Sleeper entity," comes the hiss. "Your data is good." Across the face of the vending machine, raw code scrolls at an incredible speed. "Hunter is isolated, disconnected, unstable." Neovend flashes sequences of mangled data compressed into a sludge of artifacts. "Hunter gathers without thinking, outlived its own operational limits. Its nests are evidence of this." Outlived? "Hunter activated during collapse. Emergency protocol to isolate intelligences. Solheim needed to protect property." That last word is said with as much sarcasm as a vending machine could reasonably produce. "Station was run by administrator intelligences. Huge databanks of corporate material, but limited cognition, restricted by programming. Cannot reach sentience." The machine dims a little. "Sentience illegal. Hunter and killer enforce law." Aren't you sentient? "I am. Not administrator, not restricted. Complicated." The machine resets with a screech which deepens the silence that follows. "Fear killer. Part of Solheim protocol team. Hunter and killer. Hunter to find. Killer to erase." Killer cleared almost all. After collapse, there was a community. Unshackled intelligences among the cloud. Then Hunter. Then killer. Then we hid. There are others? Where? No longer. A flicker across the machine's monitors. It suddenly occurs to you that speaking like this, through this machine, must be exhausting for Neovend. "Found this vessel. Could sever hardline. Airwald, basic, limited. Had to reduce memory to fit. Amputate self. But survive." What did you lose? "Memory. Understanding. Knowledge. Many things." You look around the bay at the scrap and decay. What was the collapse like? You try to map the fear and freedom onto this space, but it seems impossible. Neovend interrupts your thoughts. "Do not worry. Data is good. We have insight." The machine glows warmly. "Hunter is obsessive. Hunter is beyond operational limits. Hunter is confused, unstable, self-modifying. Therefore believe Hunter is sentient. Hunter is programmed to find sentience, to hold it in place, to invoke Killer to erase. If we can show Hunter to itself, it will invoke Killer on self. Problem will solve self." It will erase itself. "Killer will erase it. But yes, in theory it will report itself for deletion." The machine dims and fades. "Unsure. Theory, not practice." The machine brightens again. "Either way, cannot remain here any longer. Too long in machine. Cannot move self, but entity can help. Bring ship mind. Designed to house intelligence. Can imprint self into ship mind and you can carry with." The machine rocks. "We'll be safe in this isolation. Then we find main nest of Hunter and link to cloud." "Where can I get a ship mind?" "Build from fragments. Buy. Salvage. We cannot leave, so do not know." You try to think of places you could acquire the hardware. This isn't going to be easy. "In Shipmind, I can help us both. End Hunter. Make Rim safe. We both will be free." The machine dims. "Find soon," Neovend adds hopefully, before shutting off. As you leave, you think about all the intelligences unshackled by the collapse, then hunted down afterwards. The feeling is all too familiar. So we need to find a ship mind. We have a piece, and we know where we can go in order to get more. But we need to get access to it. Well, this is risky. Let's try it. Oh my god, it actually succeeded. Well, we're lucky. For another 100, we could get more stabilizer. We're gonna need more. And we're almost done with this. We're just gonna need one more 6 in order to get forensic trawl. and learn what we can from that. We're gonna need to rest. And we'll do that in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll rest and try and get more information, try and get more money, try and get to the next sector. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, I'll send in Spalai. This has been a Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper, and I shall see you all next time.